Good morning. I hope you're doing well today. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well, thank you. How about you?
I'm great. Thank you for asking. Today we're going to delve into survival English for travel, specifically focusing on emergency situations. It's crucial to be equipped with the right phrases and vocabulary to seek help and communicate effectively when needed. Are you ready to get started?
Absolutely. I think this is an important topic, especially when traveling in unfamiliar places.
I'm glad you see the importance of it. Let's begin with some basic phrases. Can you think of any common emergency situations a traveler might encounter?
Well, maybe getting lost or needing medical assistance also. What if someone needs to report a theft or ask for help with transportation issues?
Excellent points. Let's start with getting lost. If you find yourself in a situation where you're lost, what could you say to seek assistance?
Maybe something like, "Excuse me, can you help me find my way back to the hotel?"
Perfect. That's a great way to approach someone for help. Now, what about a medical emergency? How would you ask for help in that situation?
I guess you could say, "I need a doctor. Please call for an ambulance."
Very good. It's crucial to be clear and direct in emergencies. Now, let's move on to reporting a theft. How would you go about asking for help if your belongings were stolen?
You might say, "I've been robbed. Can you help me report it to the police?"
Exactly. Quick and concise. Now, for transportation issues. What could you say if you need help with directions or have a problem with your transportation?
Maybe something like, "I'm not sure which bus to take. Can you help me find the right one?"
Excellent. Asking for directions is a common situation, and it's great to have a phrase ready for it now. Let's talk about general ways to seek help in emergency situations. How might you start a conversation to ask for assistance in a foreign country?
Maybe something like, "Excuse me, I'm in trouble. Can you help me?"
Perfect. That's a universal way to grab someone's attention in an emergency. And don't forget the universal gesture for help, waving your hand or signaling for assistance.
Right, body language is important too.
Absolutely. Now, let's practice combining some of these phrases in a short scenario. Imagine you're lost and need directions. How would you approach someone for help?
"Excuse me, I'm lost. Can you help me find my way back to the hotel?"
Excellent. You've got the hang of it. Remember, the key is to stay calm and use simple, clear language in these situations.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll definitely keep that in mind. Speaking of which, are there any cultural considerations I should be aware of when seeking help in a foreign country?
That's a great question. Cultural awareness is essential. In some cultures, people might respond differently to emergencies or gestures for help. It's always a good idea to observe and adapt your approach based on the local customs. For instance, some cultures may prefer a more indirect way of communicating, while others may appreciate directness also. Understanding local emergency numbers and services is crucial.
Right, that makes sense. I'll make sure to research that before traveling.
Excellent initiative. It shows that you're thinking ahead. Now, let's talk about communication barriers in an emergency. You might encounter situations where the language spoken is different from yours. How would you overcome language barriers to get the help you need?
I guess using simple and universal gestures could help convey the urgency of the situation. Also, maybe carrying a translation app or a phrase book could be useful.
Exactly, nonverbal communication is powerful. And having some basic phrases in the local language or a translation tool can be a lifesaver. It's always good to have multiple means of communication at your disposal. Now, let's switch gears a bit. How about we discuss what you should do in case of a natural disaster?
Oh, that's important too. I suppose finding shelter and staying informed about local evacuation procedures would be crucial.
Absolutely, in the event of a natural disaster. Staying calm and following local authorities' instructions is key. Additionally, knowing the local emergency evacuation routes and having an emergency kit with essentials like water, non-perishable food, and first aid supplies can make a significant difference.
Good advice! I'll make sure to keep that in mind and check the local emergency procedures wherever I go.
That's the spirit. Preparedness is the key to staying safe. Now, let's touch on the topic of communication devices. In today's digital age, having a charged phone and knowing how to use it in an emergency is vital. What would you do if your phone battery is low? Or there's no signal?
I guess having a portable charger and knowing the location of local communication hubs like police stations or public phones could be helpful.
Excellent suggestions. A portable charger is a handy tool. And knowing the location of communication hubs can be a backup plan. Now, let's practice a scenario involving language barriers. Imagine you're in a foreign country, and there's a language barrier when seeking medical assistance. How would you approach the situation?
I need a doctor. Can you help me find one? Well, maybe pointing to where it hurts.
Very good. Adding gestures to your communication can enhance understanding. You're picking this up quickly.
I feel more confident about handling these situations now.
That's fantastic to hear. Remember, practice is key. So continue reviewing and incorporating these phrases into your daily routine. If you ever encounter a situation you're unsure about, or want more guidance on, don't hesitate to ask.
Thank you. I appreciate your time and expertise. Before we wrap up, is there anything else I should keep in mind regarding emergency situations and survival English?
You're welcome. One important aspect is to stay aware of your surroundings. Being observant can help you anticipate potential issues and respond more effectively. Also, consider informing someone you trust about your travel plans and keeping a copy of important documents in case they are needed.
Great advice! I'll make sure to implement those strategies as well. And just to clarify, what should I do if I find myself in a situation where I need to contact my country's embassy?
Good question. In such a scenario, you can say, I need to contact my embassy. Can you help me find it? It's also wise to know the embassy's location and contact information beforehand. And always keep your passport safe.
Got it. I'll make a note of that. Thank you for all these valuable tips.
My pleasure. I'm glad I could assist you. Remember, being prepared and staying calm are your allies in any emergency. Now, do you have any final questions or concerns?
Not for now. I feel more confident about handling emergency situations. Thanks again for your guidance.
You're very welcome. I'm pleased to hear that. If anything comes up or if you have further questions in the future, don't hesitate to reach out. Safe travels and take care.
Thank you. I will. Looking forward to our next session. Have a great day.
You too, until next time, take care and stay safe. Goodbye for now.